Okay, well, this is a good way to spend some time and make some progress on my YouTube page. This next one that I ran into, I also didn't really reread. I didn't pre-read. It's called "I'll Be There." Every space reminds my heart of the sweet gift your lips impart, and my craving soul longs to hear the tender words of love you bear. The touch of your silky fingertips as they caress my body and lips, your breast against my beating heart, feeling the desire from the very start. Even though our time is short, I'll be your girl in this small port and savor every moment's love, then send it away on a crying dove. But will I ever forget the feeling that once sent my soul a reeling and stirred every inner desire like the blazing heat of an open fire? No, my love, you'll always be one precious, precious memory. As ask the sea when you meet again about the fusion we here did blend. Listen for whispers on the ocean's wind. You will hear the words of love I send. Forever the shores beyond your mind is where my words of love you'll find. When you're alone in some faraway land, remember how tenderly you held my hand. Think of the desire that kissed your heart, the passion from which we had to part. And I'll be there. Some really good and happy and sad memories going through my head right now. That's what I think is cool about poetry is that, if you write it continuously all through your life, like I have, you go back to memories that pierce you in many different ways, but they bring you back to life again. And you realize you've had quite a diverse experience on this planet. And we've all have diverse experiences because we're all really our one world within our own particular frame, body, however you want to call that, because each and every one of us have different experiences. And those different experiences make us each a unique world. That's the way I look at a human being. Each is a unique world in and of itself because not one is the same. And that's why I think it's so important to try to accept and forgive those situations that we don't know, even if we do know, that we need to understand that life is different for everyone. And that's why there's all varieties of peoples, all varieties of thoughts and opinions, all variety of beliefs. And the sad part is that even though we are each individual worlds, we are actually each individual worlds, but it's not really recognized that way. And so people have a tendency to box us in to, one religion or one color or one, political body or one, poor people or rich people or whatever it is. It would be so nice, and I'm not saying it's possible, but it would be so nice if we could all accept the fact that we each are an individual world in and of ourselves and try to mend instead of separating us and pitting people against one another based on boxes and pigeonholes that we put people in. Accept each and every person for who they are. Try to make the best of it. And in most cases, I think people will be reciprocal to that, unless they're have a very serious mental problem or personality disorder or something like that. But in most cases, if you accept people and you give them empathy and compassion, you will get that back in return. So it's kind of my hope in writing these books and doing my poetry that, somehow there'll be something that hits one person or hits another person, but it all comes down to we're all human species, we're all in this together and we're not getting out of here alive. So, all these things that seem so deadly important, for us to be right or to go to the movie we want to go to or whatever it is, it's all so superficial, really, when you think about none of us are getting out of here alive anyway. It's not deadly stuff. It's just like, it's everyday silly stuff that doesn't really matter. What matters is, at the end of the day, what kind of life did you live? What kind of person were you? What did you contribute to the space that you occupied, to make this maybe a better world for the next generation, your children, or society as a whole? What have you done? I think it's an important question. I guess that's all I really want to say. So, okay, well, thanks a lot. I'll be back.